How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Shifting Lanes. My name is Hanson. Thank you so much for tuning in. And for this video, I am sitting in the 2019 Toyota Tacoma Limited 4x4 double cab with a V6 engine and an automatic transmission. Now, this is a mid-sized truck, so there's a lot of models in this highly competitive field. There's the Honda Ridgeline, there's the Nissan Frontier, there's the Chevy Colorado, there's the GMC Canyon, there's the Ford Ranger, and there's a new competitor in the field, the Jeep Gladiator. So I can't wait to review that one because I got a feeling that's going to be a super competitive truck and that's really going to upset this market segment. So let's talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of this super reliable and highly popular Tacoma truck. And maybe you guys can explain as to why this thing has such good resale values. But let's first start off with the good. And the first good thing about this truck is that this is one of the few trucks you could buy with a manual transmission. This one has the automatic transmission, but if you want to get the manual transmission, you have to go for the TRD Pro or the TRD Sport. What I like about this truck is that this is a no-nonsense truck. This is rugged. It's built like that, and you know, there's plastics galore in here, like hard surfaces to the touch. Normally not a good thing, but you know, like trucks have become kind of like luxury barges nowadays. There's like leathers here and there, soft touch materials everywhere, and if you've seen our review of the Ram 1500, you could see like you could even option that truck up to $68,000. I mean, that's just insane luxury car prices. And with trucks like that, you almost feel guilty if you ate a cheeseburger inside or something. And you know, if you sat in it with like muddy shoes and clothes. With this one, you know, I'm never gonna feel bad about getting dirt in here or like scratching things up. This truck feels really rugged and it looks like it has really good build quality. Yeah, the surfaces aren't that nice to the touch, but hey, it's a truck. You want to get it dirty and you want to get it dinged up. So I think this thing is going to take the abuse pretty well. This being the double cab means that there's plenty of storage space around here. There's plenty of cubby spaces. There's also plenty of seating space for like 5 people, 5 tall people too. Plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom. Of course, since this is a mid-size pickup truck, means that it's not going to have as much room as a full-size pickup truck. It's not going to have as much width. It's also not going to have as much towing capacity or payload or also horsepower, but I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. It's going to have some benefits and also some drawbacks that the full-size pickup trucks have and don't have. More on the storage spaces, there's plenty of that in here. There's a big storage compartment right underneath your elbow. There's cup holders galore everywhere in here. There's 2 cup holders in the front. There's one right behind the shifter. There's 2 in the doors. I mean, there's just a ton of space to hold your drinks in here. And underneath the bench, there's also storage solutions over there. So lots of nice places to kind of hide things in this truck. This truck specifically also comes pre-installed with this tri-fold tonneau cover. Really nice, very high quality, very convenient as well. Another thing I like about this truck is that it comes standard with Toyota Safety Sense. Toyota Safety Sense is basically a suite of safety features that's in a lot of new Toyota cars and trucks. For example, it has a pre-collision system or pre-collision warning system. It has rear traffic cross alert. It has automatic high beams. It has radar guided cruise control, and it has park distance control. So some of those things are optional, I believe, but those little things, those little options make driving a lot easier in a pickup truck of this size, even though this is a mid-size pickup truck. So it means that it's, you know, relatively easier to park compared to a full-size pickup truck, but it still can be kind of challenging because you know, you're higher up and it's hard to see over the hood line. You know, you've got like an extra long bed, you got the long overhang. So having park distance control where it'll beep at you when you're close to something or when you're pulling out and there's a car that's like crossing your path, you'll get those warnings. So it's really nice and convenient. This truck also has really nice capability. This could tow up to 6,800 pounds. For the limited double cab, this one specifically, it could tow up to 6,400 pounds. In terms of payload, it's over 1,100 pounds. And that's thanks to the V6 engine in here. It's rated to 278 horsepower and 265 pound-feet of torque. You know, not the best power ratings compared to other mid-size pickup trucks, but it's really not that bad. It's not the worst. You know, you're not going to be towing things like cars or trailers with this thing, more like ATVs and dirt bikes. Trucks like the Chevy Colorado or the GMC Canyon, that has fairly high towing capacity, so you can actually tow like a sports car on the trailer back there. And of course, this being a Toyota Tacoma means that it's got the Toyota reliability and also that crazy Tacoma resale value. If you look at sites like CarMax, Car Gurus, Auto Trader, eBay, on the second-hand market, these trucks are going for very high resale values. And I think that's got a lot to do, again, with the Toyota reliability, the fact that it's, you know, a very simple V6, and also the fact that this comes available with manual transmission as well. I think that drives a lot of the high resale value factors. So I've talked about the good, let's talk about the bad of this Toyota Tacoma truck. And the most obvious bad thing about this truck is the mileage. The mileage isn't very good. This thing's rated at 18 city and 22 highway. Now, I drove on the way down here mostly highway miles, and I wasn't really able to achieve over 20 miles per gallon. I think that's got a lot to do with the speeds that I was traveling. Again, I was traveling about 70 to 75 miles per hour, so it wasn't very good. I really think that Toyota should start exploring into higher transmission speeds, just like the GM trucks. That's, you know, they have the 8-speed transmissions, and with higher speeds you could play around with the gear ratios a little bit, so you could get better acceleration figures in the low speeds and also higher mileage at highway speeds. This truck really shows you that naturally aspirated engines are starting to feel really outdated compared to some of the smaller downsized engines with forced induction. Some of the smaller 4-cylinder turbocharged engines, they have better mileage and also higher torque ratings. And when it comes to the interior, like I mentioned before, this is, you know, like a ruggedized interior. I'm not afraid to kind of get things dirty or scratched up in here. But when it comes to the infotainment system, it's just meh. The infotainment in here only comes with Toyota's Entune. It doesn't have the Apple CarPlay or Android Auto installed. And I'm wearing polarized glasses right now, and I don't really care about the screen because it's showing that rainbow effect. So it feels even cheaper and chintzier than some of the higher quality displays that you find in other cars and trucks. I'm not sure why in 2019 that this truck doesn't come available with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You know, those are just superior infotainment systems because the user interface is much more familiar because everyone uses smartphones, and the seamless integration with Siri or Google, it just makes driving a lot easier. And the fact that the Tacoma doesn't have those modern features makes this truck feel a little bit more outdated than some of the competition. Okay, so now that I've talked about the good, I've talked about the bad, let's talk about the ugly. And the ugly is the throttle response. This truck is slow. It feels slow. And you know, when you want to overtake someone or take that last minute exit, it takes a while after you pressed hard on the accelerator before you actually start going. And I think that has a lot to do with the old school V6 and the 6-speed transmission. Again, I think Toyota will do itself great service by looking into higher speed transmissions, more gear ratios so that you can have shorter gears and you can have better accelerations during low speeds, and also, you know, more overdrive gears so you can get better mileage during highway travel. So there you have it. That's the good, the bad, and the ugly of the 2019 Toyota Tacoma Limited double cab with V6 and automatic transmission. So what did you think? Do you agree or do you disagree with what I have to say? Please let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video or if you learned something from this video, please consider giving it a like, hitting that subscribe button, and also hitting that notification bell so you can get notified anytime we make a new video. There's a lot of stuff going on in the Shifting Lanes channel. We review new cars and trucks like this one, and also we have project cars. And we also attend a lot of various driving events and also auto shows. So if you're interested in any of that, please consider giving it a subscribe. There's a lot of videos on the internet and you decided to watch us, so for that I thank you very much. Anyway, my name is Hanson. I'll see you next time.